Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Drinks with Johnny, coming to you on a Friday. Let's just call it a normal Friday, but not a very normal episode. We've got a very special one here for you today. We got Sam the Hawk Hawkins. We got Brandon Lombardo. Sam, by the time this airs, it will have been your birthday a couple days previously, and we will be going to lunch together. So looking forward to that, buddy. Also today, we are joined by a Deathbat Club token holder, one of one. He owns the technical difficulties, which got him on the Drinks with Johnny show. If you're not familiar with what the Deathbat Club is, that is our exclusive club for the Avenged Sevenfold, the band that I am in. It's really for all these members to kind of have exclusive VIP packages and a lot of cool things over there. We're going to get into that. It's all tied into NFTs and token holding and everything like that. And that's what we're going to be talking about here today with the technical difficulties, easy enough for me to say, token holder, Nate Mullins, Nasty Nate Mullins. Is it okay if I call you Nasty Nate, bro?
Oh, yeah, that's kind of a given moniker for many years.
I would imagine awesome. So. How are you doing today? Where do you come to us from?
I'm right here, Denver, Colorado at the moment. I do travel around a lot, but Denver is my home base. So luckily, this whole month of December, I get to be at home, which is killer.
Yeah, man. Well, December, though, in Colorado, I mean, well, you grew up in it, so I guess you love it. But, man, it's got to be fucking cold, right?
You know, actually, I grew up in the Midwest, like Indiana, which is way worse than here.
Fuck yeah.
The winters here aren't that bad. It's actually super sunny here. It goes between like, average of 50, and then it'll get cold for a few days, but then it's beautiful.
Nice.
That's not too bad.
I love Denver.
Yeah, it's surprising, right?
I love Denver, but you know what? Downtown has changed, man. I was
Everybody keeps
down there,
saying that.
I just went that. It is not the same. I mean, I haven't been there in probably before the couple months ago here. I hadn't been there for probably 6+ years, but man, it is not the same Denver I remember. It was a little dirtier, a little more metropolitan out. And I was like, man, Denver was like the one place. It was still the big city, but it like was clean and nice. Kind of felt like the big cities in Canada, but yeah, I mean, it definitely had gone downhill last time I was out there. But I mean, better than us there.
I live right in the heart of downtown, actually.
Oh wow!
Yeah, like
so
right on 16.
You've seen this change while you've been out there, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's now that we shit on where you live.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not a native, so otherwise we might have a different conversation. But no.
Well, Nasty Nate, we're going to be getting into a holiday bracket here a little bit later, and then we've got a special surprise for everyone at home, so everyone stick around for that for sure. That one you're not going to want to miss. But Nate, we actually met, me and Brandon met you at the NFT NYC party we did a couple years ago that ended up being a super spreader party. Sorry for that.
Actually, I didn't get it. That's great. I didn't catch it. Right.
Me either. No. I made it clean out of that one.
Well, you've had it like
there
five
was
times,
there was
Brandon,
several people in the it was all over the Discord afterward, people joking and laughing about it, being like, fuck, but it is what it is. Everyone's okay now. We're all good. But so you were out there. We were talking. I remember that night. I was sober, if everyone remembers, and we had Brandon out because he was supposed to film and make like this rad Drinks with Johnny episode about all this new NFT thing, our first party that we were throwing for the token holders, and it just never happened. Like none of it ever happened.
First off, we filmed it. Okay, the footage exists.
I remember the camera.
Yeah, you wanted me to one-man show, a Discovery, Travel Channel show here.
Yeah.
It was literally the day before you were like, "Hey, let's film hours and days of content."
It was not the
and
day
then
before.
get it out
That
on Monday.
is bullshit.
Yeah.
If you're gonna slander me fucking accurately.
I'm on your side about a lot, but that one.
It was not the day before. It was 2 weeks before, and we'd been discussing it with Brando. I went over the idea. I went over the ideas with you several times, and you said you can make it happen. I said, is this too much? You're like,
always say
no, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But hey, that's not on me. I didn't know. I'm not the guy that's ever put together a show like that. You have. So you should have had prior knowledge.
Well, no, I have put together shows like that with teams of people. hired by networks.
Well, that's
As
what
the
I'm
in-between.
saying. You should have
As the
told me
in-between.
then before we even went. They're like, hey, dude, that's like a big deal. But I didn't know.
Yeah.
You had the idea. Brandon's very passive. So he kind of said that's a lot, but wouldn't say no. That's the problem. Brandon doesn't say no.
Oh,
So-
hey, by the way, I just noticed, Sam, you are not a technical wizard because you are once again not on your golden mic. I can tell by your audio right now. If you want to go ahead and fix that. That's right. You just got called out on your birthday,
Wow.
chump.
Wow.
It's a beautiful mic, though.
It
Yeah.
is. You got to use the golden dong. If you're going to
No,
have
it
it in
is.
your
It
face.
is. I can. Yeah, it's on.
That's
Am I not
weird
talking
because
into
it's sounding all like echoey.
You just don't want to hear me.
Wow.
I definitely
Man.
don't. That's
External
actually true.
microphone. I'm on it. Can we get to some
Are
fun?
you wait? It's not external microphone, dummy.
We
How
gotta
many
shit
times I
on
have
you
to
a
tell you?
little
It's
more.
USB. You need to be on the USB microphone. God, see, this is
little bit
perfect for
more.
your token.
Yeah.
Technical
you see the
Technical
difficulties.
difficulties.
Yeah.
Is that even plugged
It's on
in?
brand. It's on brand.
It's not even
Yeah.
plugged in, the fucking idiot.
All right, is that better?
Dude.
Yes, there it is.
Dude.
And that's what we do here at Drinks with Johnny Nasty Nate. What do you think so far? You got a drink over there, by the way?
I do. I got to pour it real fast, actually.
What do
I'm
you
going
I like your
straight
shirt.
tequila.
The Ramones
Tequila.
tequila.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got the Fortaleza.
Ooh.
So I
Nice.
remember when we were in New York, we were talking about like doing this episode in Mexico in like a tequila cave or some shit. Is that
That's right.
Yeah.
was I drunk
That's
or was this?
Fortaleza. No, that's
Okay.
legit. Yeah.
No, that was
Uh,
legit. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we didn't get to do it that way. That's why we're getting it there.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, buddy.
Dude.
A fucking tequila out of the champagne flute. What a fucking stud.
It's actually the traditional way to drink it. I learned that in Mexico.
No, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I always just
Yeah.
do it. I always do my nice tequilas out of a sifter like I would for nice whiskey.
Bourbon or something, right?
Anyways,
Yeah.
cheers. Thanks for being here, Nasty Nate.
Cheers.
To Nasty Nate, everybody.
Boom.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Token holder. So yeah, we were supposed to do this in Mexico. That obviously didn't happen. Scheduling that, we were talking a little bit before we hit record here, Nate, and you and I was telling you, like this first go around with the Deathbat Club, all those one of one tokens. It was a bit of a learning curve, so we're making some adjustments to them now and making sure because we don't want to oversell and underdeliver here, So we're trying to make sure we word it correctly, and saying if you hold on to this token for long enough, you get to know us even better because you can do this once a year. You can redeem this and be here on the Drinks with Johnny show. So let's get back to that Mexico thing, though. But why did you want to go to Mexico so bad, bro?
Man, I love to travel. That's like my biggest passion is traveling. I used to be a touring musician, actually professionally for a long time. And that opened up the passion for that. And through traveling, I've been going to Mexico because it's an easy trip. And I fell in love with Tequila, Mexico. That city is just one of the most magical fucking places on the planet. It's wild. And while I was there, I got to be friends with the owner of Fortaleza, which is actually Guillermo Souza of the actual Souza family of the original
wow.
Souza Tequila. His family sold that brand years ago. But he started making tequila again about 20 years ago. I know that's not exactly accurate, but it's Fortaleza. So I went to that distillery and just got to know him, and we've become friends since then. And it's just a badass place. And he has an actual bat cave on this massive property in there that he put a bar in.
Dude.
And it's
wow.
just sick. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. We do have to get out there and film something out there.
Hold this
Actually.
token
telling you.
until next year. We'll
Oh
be
yeah,
these
but
people.
hold on to that token. You got the
Yeah.
contact too. Where exactly? I'm terrible at geography, especially outside of California. Where is Tequila at in Mexico?
So it's inland. It's about 45 minutes west of Guadalajara. So you would fly
That
into
doesn't help me.
Guadalajara.
How far is it from Mexico City?
Ooh, it's a long drive. It's a good fucking drive. How about this? You know where Puerto Vallarta is?
Yes,
About a 4.5 hour drive inland. Yeah.
in from there. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll have to. Yeah, I was just thinking. At some point, I might be going to Mexico City sooner than later. At some point, I don't know. And if I was, I wanted to know how far I would be from there. So, anyways,
I would fly.
Bat Cave, Bat Cave and Tequila, absolutely. I'm definitely need to get in there like with full Batman costume somehow, and just like film like a real fun. I get to be Batman in something that'd be really fun. And of course, I'd be nice and drunk on tequila, so it would be a really good Batman.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let me tell you, I've never drank so much tequila as in Tequila, Mexico. It's obscene. It's water there.
That's fantastic. And you're not supposed to drink the water, so you might as well drink more tequila, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's in the taps. It's great.
That would be amazing. You just walk up to the fountains around the city and it's just straight tequila. Oh man. Well, you mentioned you're a touring musician before. What do you do now? And what was your band like? Do you still play? What's your story here, man?
Yeah. So I'm a drummer, and I was a professional musician for about 13 years. Started my career in Miami, Florida, playing with Latin pop and Latin rock bands, and I'm just like a white dude that doesn't speak a lick of Spanish. So they used to call me Gringo Star, which was a lot of fun.
Yes, dude, Gringo Star.
Yeah,
that is
such.
Please tell me that's your Instagram handle or something.
I should change it to that. Yeah,
you should absolutely have Gringo Star on your. I know in the Discord you're Nate Solo, but
yeah,
Gringo Star is just too good, dude.
That's pretty.
It's solid.
Yeah.
Joined an emo band, did that for a while. Then my last band was with a band that has a member Brandon knows, Joey. We were in a band together called Worm, and it was an electronic rock band. We actually played a show with you guys.
Is that Joey that works with us now?
Joey, yeah.
Oh shit! You were in a band?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I've known that dude for 15 years, something like that.
Wow.
From
Small
Florida,
world.
yeah.
All keeping it in the family, man. That's cool.
Right. Yeah. Well, I actually learned about your guys' NFT project from Joey. That's how I got turned on to it. But I'm sure we'll get to that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be asking about how. Yeah, absolutely. But you're in a band with Joey. Shout out to Joey who helps us run the warehouse here for Avenged Sevenfold merch and A7X World and all those fun stuff, and also just a man who's ready to help us out in anything. So big shout out to Joey for that.
Yeah, good dude. So yeah, that was the last band I was in. Actually, we did the whole thing, signed to the major label, did all the fun stuff, but of course also did the very band thing and got dropped. And that's when I said, all right, moving on, time to explore different facets of possible careers. So I actually went into, believe it or not, medical sales. I work for a toxicology laboratory. So we do drug testing for like addiction recovery facilities, sober living, things like that. So it was a really good transition coming from the music industry, having lost a lot of friends to addiction and those problems. It's great to actually work in a field that I'm actually able to give back to that. So it was a strange transition because it is a very professional world. You've got those doctor's hours you work, and you're wearing actually I get to wear scrubs every day, which is awesome. It's super comfortable. But I went from being a professional musician to actually working in healthcare, which is pretty cool actually.
No, that's awesome, man. I'm a little scared that you're about to give me my results or something like that, but
I can tell you how to fool them.
Absolutely. Okay, well, now we got something interesting here, Nasty Nate. Tell us, how do you fool them?
Well, you can actually only fool certain ones.
Okay.
There's a lot of different levels of testing. Most of the testing that you'll get for like job placement or probation or something like that, they're pretty easy to fool, actually, as long as you're not being directly observed.
And do you
elaborate?
Do you want to elaborate?
Elaborate?
Well, I heard there's like synthetic pee.
Are you going to get in trouble?
Yeah, well,
if you explain it.
There's synthetic pee. There's different things that you could put into the specimen to make it not valid or not register. And there's a lot of arguments that you can actually take with those results, because they're just the technology behind an instant read cup, which they typically use, is such shit that they actually don't hold up in court. So if they're trying to use that and hold it legally against you, they can't. They'll just make
wow.
you.
That's
can.
interesting.
Yeah.
Just but you're talking specifically about like the quick acting test, like
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if they send it out to a lab like I work for, like, nah, yeah,
you're not going to get away with it. You're only talking about like on the spot, like similar to like a breathalyzer or something like that. Like
right, exactly.
Gotcha. Damn, I thought we were going to get something where I maybe could use some time in my life, but you know, I don't know
those jobs you're applying.
I don't know who's going to drug test me though.
Yeah,
like, honestly,
I've always done the hot
that's
swab.
what I was thinking. I'm like, who's showing up at your house asking for piss, man?
Yeah.
That's a story for another day.
Yeah, some fans maybe.
Oh man. Speaking of fans and membership, though, yeah, I mean, like we said here at the top of the show, you got on here by being a one of one token holder in the Deathbat Club. That also has the community in the Discord. If anyone right here is listening or watching this and is curious about all this stuff, you definitely want to go to the Avenged Sevenfold Discord server. Awesome community. I don't even know what the number's up to now. I know it's grown quite a bit since I've been back in there. And yeah, I mean, we're in there every once in a while as band, but mostly it's the community helping each other out to understand, you know, what is coming in this technology that is here. It's not well known enough yet. It's going to take a few years, I think. But you know, being on the forefront as a band and starting this thing was really cool. We got a lot of heat for it at the beginning, you know, but I think things like this, the proof of concept that we were always talking about is come to fruition with us being back on the road. I mean, if you're a token holder of any kind, you could get you get access to tickets early, access to seats early, VIP lines to exclusive merch, just to name a few things that you have just for having a wallet and a normal token. And then, of course, there's all these 1v1s like the one Nate is currently holding in technical difficulties, where it offers, you know, one-on-one or something specific to a certain band member. And those are the special ones. And yeah, and you get to trade them. You own that. So you can hold on to it for as long as you want. It can appreciate in value for you. One day you're like, fuck this guy, Johnny. I don't want to go on his show anymore. I've been on it for fucking 3 years running. Now I don't want to do it anymore. So you sell it off, you make a little profit. Someone else gets to enjoy it, and I get another person to meet and talk to. But really cool stuff. If you're listening and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Definitely head over to the Avenged Sevenfold Discord server and learn a little bit more. But we'll get into that real quick. Nate, how did you find, you mentioned Joey was showing you our Deathbat Club initiative when we were building it and everything like that, and that's kind of what you got into. But after that, what were the steps you took, and how did you end up with the technical difficulties, bro?
Well, I thought I was actually buying the golf one, but and here I am.
Good answer.
That is a great answer. He wanted to golf with Matt, but instead he's sipping tequila on a Zoom call with me.
Oh, no, totally joking. Actually, the intro to Deathbat Club was my intro to NFTs. I know Joey had been into them for a little while and kind of turned me onto it, and then I learned about the whole, you know, minting thing, the wallet, and you know, I actually, you know, it's addicting whenever you're minting out and you don't know what you're going to get. It's like gambling. You know, it's like opening up a pack of cards. You know, and I'm like, well, I need to make another wallet and get 3 more fucking bats. You know, like, you know, waiting for something to pop up, and you know, I didn't mint the technical difficulties one. Somebody minted it. It popped up, and I just snagged it from them real quick, and just have been holding on to it since then. So that's how I ended up with that NFT. But it really was actually my downfall. I'm actually filing for bankruptcy because of NFTs next week. Not really.
I was just gonna go along with it. I was like, that sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you gotta ride the waves, though, bro. You gotta ride the waves. It's still real early. That's the problem with it.
I went down a rabbit hole of NFTs for a while. I've got a pretty solid collection now, but I'm just kind of holding and sitting and kind of watching everything. If something really badass pops up, I'll look into getting it. But really, I've just been diamond handing everything right now.
Well, I think that's the approach right now for people, is because it is still so early and people are still figuring out how to give the utilities to these NFTs, right? We're definitely still on the forefront of that. We're making sure we're getting these redemptions. We're giving you, what you paid for and why you wanted to be a part of this movement and this club and this family of Avenged Sevenfold fans. So thank you for joining and understanding it too. That's tough, but you got to take the time to go down that rabbit hole a little bit to learn about it. And once you do, you will kind of understand. You won't see it as, are they really paying that much money for a JPEG?
So I want to say that for the layman's, so I never got into it like you guys, but you guys do it differently. So I the art thing I didn't get, but the utilities are key for those who don't know what it is. Like Avenged Sevenfold, you buy this. You guys buy memberships to fan clubs to get access to tickets first and all these things. If you think about it that way, you're buying into a fan club or whatever, but you get a lot more perks than you would that could get pushed to you. Like you guys gave tickets to all the NFT holders in the beginning, so you got a free ticket. So you're already making some money back. Also, like Tristan Eaton is a big artist. You get priority to buy his artwork, the limited editions before. So if you look at it more like not an NFT is a bad thing, but more just buying into early access and things like that, like you would any other online service, that's how this is going to be great for the future for people.
Absolutely.
And
it's a one-time purchase, not a monthly or a yearly purchase.
Exactly.
Right.
That appreciates
Right.
or depreciates based on where your floor's at and everything like that. I mean, there's varies. It's kind of, it takes everything that what Sam just said and also kind of ties in a bit of a stock market, or the future stock market rather, because everything's built into the chain as well. So everyone can see where these tokens have been moved around, these NFTs, these utilities, how many times were they used, when were they used, things of that nature. And it's really cool. And if you're in that, you're getting so much more than a typical fan club that like Sam's taking. And if you just head over to the Discord too, you got like this whole new family of friends that everyone's like really cool and just trying to help each other out and understanding it and sharing their fandom for the band. And that's really cool. I also got to mention though, it's not launched just yet, but we're going to be setting up through Discord, and it's kind of Deathbat Club adjacent, but you can sign up for free and start earning rewards through a lot of this stuff now. You've gone to X amount of concerts, you bought stuff, whatever, all those NFC tags we've been putting on merch and CDs and stuff. You can actually just scan those. It'll go into your wallet. It'll show that you've done those things and bought those things, and you earn rewards for future things. So we're setting that up too to kind of get people to also, one, just because it's cool to have rewards, right? And two, because you kind of gets your toes dipped in where we're going with everything here with the Deathbat Club. So just had to mention that real quick. But what else do you have? So you have the technical difficulties. What else does the rest of your wallet look like?
Of the bats or just other collections?
Let's start with the bats, because you said you went down a rabbit hole. I don't know if we need to go through every NFT you own right now.
Yeah, I've got, I think probably my coolest bat is I've got a golden bat with the army helmet. That one's a pretty solid combination there. I've got a fairly rare one, but it's just one of those that has so many obscene attributes that nobody really wants, but it's like pretty high in rarity because it has so many. The other two are, kind of just standard run of the mill other than my clown nose. But I really like the golden one. And then of course, the one of one is the cream of the crop there.
Nice.
But as far as like other collections, I've got a lot of Murderhead Death Club. I was really into I really like Will Carsola's art. So I went on a deep dive into the Liquid Death collection, which is kind of a mess. It got shifted over and combined with Wicked Craniums, which I'm a member of that as well. So I like kind of all the really cool darker art, subculture community collections. Other than that, I think, I own some land in the sandbox. I'm holding on to that, seeing where that goes.
Nice,
you never know.
Nice. Yeah.
Just random investment stuff like that.
Smart to do the sandbox stuff too and diversify a little bit. And what you said there at the end of it is absolutely true. And that's same as like anything else. If you're playing with stocks and stuff, you never, you see where it goes. That's
exactly.
Yeah. The Wicked Craniums are cool though too, because those, like, one of the utilities you have there is you just get like free tickets to shows all over the world.
Yeah, it's super cool. I've gone to several free concerts because of that NFT. It's really dope.
Yeah, that's a great one. Brandon, you worked with them on something, didn't you?
Yeah. When's this come out? Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, we will have launched something even cooler yesterday.
What was it?
I don't know. I don't know how much they're saying, so I can't say yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, everyone just go figure it out, I guess.
Yeah, go figure it out. Go follow Wicked Craniums.
Or not. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, whatever.
I went so deep into the NFT world. I put out a collection. And
no shit.
Wow.
Yeah. I put out a collection based around my Nate Solo thing, which is like my travels and, some philanthropy I do through that. But in traditional newbie collection fashion, I did get hacked and stole all my ETH. So it was great. Went really well.
Whoa, bummer.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a really fun collection.
The pitfalls of being in the wild west of technology.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah. I did the whole life cycle. I learned it all. It was
That's
the circle
bummer.
of NFT life. I went through it. But it was awesome. I had a lot of support from the community members of Deathbats, Wicked Craniums, Murderhead Death Club. So that was really cool. Still got to do some utility stuff with it. But once it got hacked, I just shut it down.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, man. That's the unfortunate part of, like I said, being on the forefront of something, that's the kinks got to be worked out while it's out. Yeah. It's the kinks got to be worked out. People got to learn a little bit more about it. But it's fun. It's absolutely fun to be a part of.
Yeah, the community part though, like you mentioned, you had the support there. I think that's the biggest part about the NFT collections is you have like a new family. It's crazy, and seeing all of them come together and just support each other. That's one of my favorite parts about it. With Wicked Craniums, with Deathbats, it's a lot of fun.
Exactly. Yeah, that was like the best thing that came out of it was just a sense of community and seeing the kind of support other people have for different projects, and you can find people that just really into all the same things you are, and there's projects for that, and then you meet other people that are really into those things, and it's kind of like a dark web, but not really.
Yeah. It's the medium web.
It's the medium web.
You guys got to start your own Silk Road on Deathbats.
What's that?
Oh shit!
I said you guys got to start your own Silk Road on Deathbats. Have you ever used the Silk Road, Johnny? Do you know what that is?
No, I don't even know what it is.
Oh, it was like the dark web Amazon of drugs.
Oh, that would be. Oh, okay. Of course you know about that. You
I'm gonna go
fucking
pitch that.
degenerate.
This is a conversation for a different day, but one day, Brandon, you're going to have to explain to me how you get to the dark web, because I know if anyone
I have
knows,
no
you
idea.
know.
No.
Really?
I don't want any of that shit on my computers. I always have other people.
Right.
Like when I was getting stuff from Silk Road.
Shanye will help
other
you with that.
Yeah, Shania is definitely on that.
Sean's pretty good with it.
You got to have a guy.
Yeah, right?
You
Everybody's
gotta
got
have
to
a guy. Yeah.
Well,
Gotta
real
have a
quick,
guy.
Nasty Nate, you mentioned your Nate Solo stuff and your philanthropy there. And before we got rolling, you were starting to tell a story about some of your travels there with that garb you got on the wall back there. Maybe you can tie that
yes.
in for us.
So that is a Maasai shuka. That's the traditional clothing that the Maasai warriors wear. And in winter of 21, I went to Tanzania, Africa, and I lived with tribes for 8 days. 3 different tribes, the Maasai, the Azabe, and the Datoga. And while I was there, I became very close with a few of the tribe members. My guide, mainly, I became really, really close with him. And when I went to his village and his boma, he gave me my own shuka, which is that right there. So that's what I wore the whole time that I was with the Maasai, with that necklace and everything. We did some ceremonies and went out and drank goat blood and all sorts of wild stuff. And then, it was wild.
Wait, why do you drink? Why do they drink goat blood? And why? And what was it like? I got to know.
Sure. Yeah, so to become a man in the Maasai, traditionally you have to kill a lion. You have to go out and kill it to become a Maasai warrior. Sorry, not just a man, but a Maasai warrior.
Okay.
And so they have this thing called the meat camp that they do in preparation for the hunt of the lion. So all the men go out, they hike just miles to like a side of a cliff. And while I was there, they did like a version of this, a smaller version, because obviously we're not doing the whole thing. So we hiked, a couple miles out to a cliff. And what they do is they bring goats and cattle with them from their bomas. And then all they eat during that whole time is just what they slaughter right there from what they brought. But they use everything from the animals. So one of the biggest things that they do is, and a lot of people find it very cruel, but this is of course cultural tradition, is they suffocate the animals instead of stabbing them, killing them, or shooting them, because they want to collect all the blood to drink and to use in soups and stuff like that. If you stab them, it leaks out, it goes bad, the meat can go bad. So as part of my experience, we had a goat, suffocated it, and then we just ladled cups of the blood and drank it straight from the goat warm. And it was actually sweet. Tasted kind of like salted caramel, which was very strange.
Wow. And how does it make you feel? Do you feel a certain way?
No, not really. No, just like kind of like I had like bloody teeth, like I got punched in the face or something. That's about it. But as far as feeling anything, no. But they do make this soup out of acacia root and the gut and the everything from the goat, and that is supposed to give you power.
Okay.
But it's bush Viagra, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Strong like bull.
Yeah.
I get it. All right. Cool.
Yeah. Exactly. So. Yeah, when we made the soup and everything, they said, okay, traditionally we have this soup, and then we go find some girls, and then we go hunt because now we are strong.
Wow.
So I got like two questions on that. Do they speak English, or do you need a translator? And where do you stay? Are they like they're culturally there and they do their things, but they live in regular houses, or what's it like when you're over there staying?
It varies by the tribes, right? So with the Maasai, they've got bomas, which are your mud huts and their homes that they have out there. Some of them do go into the city and end up living in the city and try to have a modern life to bring money back to their bomas and their families. But for the most part, the Maasai are living traditionally out in the bush with their cows and whatnot. And you do need a translator. But a lot of the Maasai that go to the city speak English. But of course, when you're in their villages and stuff, like not at all. You must have a translator. It's really interesting. They don't have electricity, but they will have like little solar panel packs that they'll put on top of their boma to like charge their phones or run a TV. So literally, it'll be like a mud hut with a little solar panel on the grass roof, and they've got a damn TV and their cell phone and everything. It's wild.
Wow.
But then I took it a step further, and we had to get another guide to take me to the Hadzabe. The Hadzabe are hunter-gatherers, and there's only about 1,000 of them left in the world. They use nothing. I mean, they speak their own language. It's a lot of clicks. So you absolutely, even my Maasai guide needed this other guide to translate for him.
Wow.
It was like that removed. And they're hunter-gatherers. They don't farm. They don't raise any animals, anything like that. So they only eat what they get that day, what they hunt or gather that day. And so staying with them, I did it through this anthropologist that I met out of Finland. She has a lot of connections with different cultures around the world, and I go through her for a lot of things. The team that she set me up with would just set up a tent for me every day in their little tribal village. And when we moved to a different village, they would just tear down the tent and then reset it up for me. So I was just living in a tent, a nice tent, but in the village. Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah.
I had no
dope.
idea. So I thought we were gonna get this Deathbat Club holder fucking on the show, be pulling teeth to get something interesting out of them. And here we are. I thought it was just gonna be NFTs the whole time, and I just fucking learned so much about the culture of this African tribe. Jesus, man.
Do you have to pay, or are they welcoming to you, or do you have to bring offerings, or how does that transaction work to allow you into these tribes?
Yeah, so it's like a sustainable tourism type thing. Obviously, a lot of these tribes do make their money on some sort of tourism. The Maasai, they've got like the Maasai village where you can go visit that, and it's like where they come from, their actual village, and they have a kind of like their Epcot Center like display, like as if they had a country at Epcot. You know what I mean? It's like not really real, but it's everything that you would see there. And they display it all, and then they sell things and sell goods. But to get to like their actual homes and actually spend time with them, you have to find connections, right? You have to go through somebody and figure that out. They do get paid, but it's like a sustainable tourism type thing where you're like contributing to like healthcare, and you're not just like throwing cash at the natives and the indigenous people. You're doing positive things, right? Helping them get water and something that we did with the NFT collection, which obviously we lost all the ETH from that, but I've taken up funding it on my own. Is we once a year or every once in a while, the Azabe, they send one of their young boys to school, and so I'm actually funding that a young Hadzabe kid's school right now. His name's Dushu. And that's what we did that was one of the big things of the proceeds of the NFT collection was to go towards funding the school for Dushu.
You have a GoFundMe or anything people can provide to help that out or anything? Anything to?
I don't actually. Believe it or not, it's incredibly affordable. I think like 1 year of school and clothing and housing or a semester is like maybe $800 to $1,000. Okay. So it's not like this like crazy thing, I don't have a wife, I don't have kids, so I can afford to do something supportive like that down there, and I feel really good about it. So he's on his I think 5th semester now since we started that, and he's doing really well. So it's really cool.
That's awesome.
Dude, that's amazing. That is so cool of you to do, and man, such a cool idea. That's such a shame that you lost all the ETH in that, but that is such a cool idea to utilize NFTs in a positive way like that. I think that's another. You just pointed to one of the other cool things that's coming with this technology and with this movement really of NFTs and Web3 and the chain, and being able to, and you could again when you show everything, everyone would see everything that was going. It's not charity like. I don't really know where this is going sometimes, like this, right. This is what the technology can be used for, people. That sounds really good, doesn't it? You would know exactly where the money was going for these charities and stuff. And you don't know, like, because sometimes you have these giant charities and they have like these, and they have so much money and it's like, well, what are they doing with it? And not saying
what percentage are they taking?
Exactly. Yeah. How much of your dollar actually makes it to the people, right?
And if it's on the chain, everyone can see it. There's no questioning that, and that's what's so cool. And obviously these things are just the tip of the iceberg. We still don't even know how many other applications this thing can have. That's just one creative, cool way that you were putting together there, man. I'd love to keep rapping with you about that. Maybe we can try and put something else together. Another.
Hey, we got years happening with this, so this is definitely to be continued.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Super cool. And so great of you, man. Like honestly, fucking real proud that you're part of this fucking family, man. That's fucking cool as shit.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers to you, man. Cheers to that.
Well,
that's a holiday spirit. That's nice.
That is the holiday spirit.
There we go. Man. Yeah, we're on theme.
We're on theme. I got my Snoops on a stoop back here.
Oh, you got one?
That's awesome.
I've got two. They're hanging out with gin and juice right now. I don't know if you can see that.
Perfect. I see it. Nice.
And it is the holiday season, so we're gonna get with Nate here and the boys. We're gonna go through a holiday Christmas bracket starting today, finishing up next Friday. We are going to be breaking down what is the best holiday movie of all time with this bracket. So we're going to weigh in here with Nate. He's going to weigh in on this one. Let's get it rocking in 1 second. Brando, you can go ahead and get it started. I'm going to go get a refill of my beer back here right now.
Got it, bro. Let's do this thing.
Brandon, is 8-Bit Christmas on this? It isn't. Okay, good. Have you guys seen 8-Bit Christmas?
No, but I saw it on a couple lists when I was pulling these movies.
Oh my gosh, good? That is my favorite. It's the modern day Christmas story. It's like instead of a BB gun, it's a Nintendo, and from our childhood with the Power Glove and what a piece of shit that was. Like
Oh,
everything
yeah.
is touched on, and that one I gotta recommend to anybody listening.
Nice.
The Power Glove. Oh,
Right? What a
man.
fail.
Such a fail. Hey, dude, but honestly, we were about to watch 8-Bit Christmas last night per Sam's recommendation. We're definitely going to get to that this season though, because man, I love that concept. That sounds so fucking good.
I'm gonna have to add that to the list.
Obliterated. We're not gonna go in that. That's not Christmas, but check out that TV show. It's by the Harold and Kumar guys, and it's fucking amazing.
Nice.
Dude, for it. All right, let's get this bracket started. Who we got matched up in the first round?
All right. Well, before we get into that, I do want to say there's some movies on here that there's multiple versions of it. You know, like A Christmas Carol, The Grinch. These things have been around for fucking years. So I just went with the Jim Carrey version on each one.
Okay.
Standard.
I like it. Oh,
I love it.
What do we got here? Oh, A Christmas Carol and A Christmas Story.
All right.
I have my vote. This is pretty easy for me.
Yeah.
I
think
mean,
it's
A Christmas
unanimous.
Story is definitely my pick on that one. What say you guys?
Yeah, there's no way that can be eliminated in round one. Hell
No. I mean, growing up, that was Christmas to me. The 24-hour or 48-hour marathon
On TBS and
was it
TNT.
TBS? Yeah.
Yep.
Just nonstop watching that fucking movie. I actually went to the Christmas Story house last week in Cleveland. Like, yeah,
Awesome.
done.
I didn't know you
Christmas
can
Story.
do that. You can do that in Cleveland?
Yeah, that's where the house is. They have tours all the time, like year round.
shit.
And then across the street is a museum where they have a lot of the props. It's cool.
And they shoot your
Well,
eye
I'm
out
gonna
at
be
the end.
there.
They did. That's the special. Like that's the VIP program.
You gotta be one of the NFT holders for Christmas Story. I am gonna be in Cleveland though. I think we're gonna do a NASA tour, but I think I'm gonna add a Christmas Story house to that. I think I gotta add
Oh, bro, do
tour
it.
that day.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. All right. Okay. What do we got next?
We got Ernest Saves Christmas and A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Dude, this one's a tough one for me.
That one, it really is tough, actually.
I know. I'm a big Jim Varney guy, dude. I love his
Dude.
movies. I love Slinky
Ernest-
Dog from Toy Story. Like, dude.
Wait, how was Ernest Scared Stupid not on our horror one for Halloween?
The horror one.
Yeah, I don't know. We went like dark on that
We
one.
went
you know?
character based, not movie.
Yeah, it was
That
character.
was
based.
character based. This is movie. Yeah, okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. Maybe next year it's movie based. So
Is
we got
Ernest gonna-
Ernest Saves Christmas versus Charlie Brown Christmas.
Well, it's like
I mean-
what's your childhood or what's classic? You know, how do you
Yeah.
want to perceive it? Is what you got to.
Well, what's your childhood and what's your traumatic childhood?
You ever,
I like Nate. Nasty Nate can hang out more, man. I like
Yeah.
this guy.
you can't sell that NFT, man. You got to stay. You got to hold it.
Yeah. Do not.
Oh
sell
no,
that.
I'm holding.
All right. Well, in to be earnest, I'm going to go with Ernest Saves Christmas for me personally. Charlie Brown Christmas is a classic. It's awesome. I get it. There's going to be a lot of people upset with me for picking that one because it is. But if you haven't learned by now, I like the ridiculous. So
Yeah.
Ernest Saves Christmas for me. What say you guys?
I'm going Ernest.
We got two for Ernest. What about you two?
Sam, where you at?
I'm going Ernest, man. I'm sorry.
Wow. Yeah, it's a clean sweep, dude. I'm
Okay,
going
good.
Ernest,
Wow,
too.
I
I'm
did
a
not
big-
expect
Yeah.
a clean sweep on that one.
Yeah.
Well, I used to watch Charlie Brown, but I felt like I had to because it
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
like
it's
a
our parents.
requirement.
It's
It
kind
wasn't
of
like
our
I
parents.
loved it.
Yeah.
In all honesty, Charlie Brown, Peanuts, all that stuff, it's fun because it's classic, but it's our parents' generation.
Yes,
Let's be real.
It is.
Right. It's like watch this and then we go to church. You know.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's the memory that I don't want to have anymore. So
Exactly. It's too much associated. That was the traumatic one actually for me, not the other.
Yeah, right?
Exactly. Same. Oh wow,
All right,
this
here we
is
go.
fucked. Bad
Ah,
Santa
this is
versus
easy
for
me.
Scrooge.
Yep.
It's,
Had to
it's
do
easy
it.
for me too.
Oh god, it is not easy for me whatsoever. I'll go last.
We'll
then.
come. Yeah, we'll go last on you. Nate,
Nate, you
start
go
it off.
first, bud.
Man, while I love the filth and I love the ridiculousness of Bad Santa, there's just Scrooged is one of my top all-time favorite Christmas movies. I mean, I just can't say no to it.
Fair. Where are you
Sam?
at,
All
Sam?
right, Brandon. Well, I want you to go because
Okay.
I kind of agree with him.
Okay. I'm a Bad Santa guy. Dude, the kid in that movie is ridiculous. The whole concept of the movie is fucking ridiculous. I think Billy Bob Thornton plays just a perfect dirtball. I'm going Bad Santa.
Fuck. Sam,
I got to do Scrooge. Scrooge is definitely the Christmas Carol. I don't think I've ever actually seen a Christmas Carol. My kids started watching that Jim Carrey movie. I didn't finish it. Like, I know the story, but Scrooge is the true A Christmas Carol for me. It's got, you know, the Ghost of Christmas Past, future. It's got everything. It's Bill Murray. I mean, this is my childhood right here. And my wife and I, this is a requirement we watch every single year. In fact, my wife puts this one on as this is the first year. That's usually the first one we play for the Christmas season.
all right, take it easy, Borat. You say my wife way too much on the show.
My wife.
My wife.
I just had to sneak that one in there. I've been sitting on that one for a minute, Sam. Just to let
Oh
you
man,
know.
I'm surprised I didn't say it. I have to say it every time anyone says it in my head. It's like, all right.
You do sound similar, even when you just say it normal. It's pretty funny, actually. So this brought up something because I'm going back and forth on this one. I hear both of your guys' points, all your guys' points, rather. Man, it's so tough. But I have to ask this question that we probably didn't think about before. There's 4 of us voting. What happens if we get a draw?
Fight to the death. I don't know.
Okay, how many do we have in each?
We have to argue it more. And then
There's
try and sway people.
right.
there's
That's
16
what it is.
total.
No draws. And then it goes into, if we
Yeah.
draw, then we go into overtime and have to argue and sway
Okay.
each other.
Yeah, there's no draws.
3 vote each time. How about that?
Okay, cool. I mean, I think I'm going to give it to Scrooged. I have to fucking talk about Bad Santa, though, man. That is one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time. Like,
It's so good.
I mean, I'm only going with Scrooge because, similar to you guys, it's been around since my childhood. Absolutely love that movie. It was my first favorite Christmas movie. But I mean, there's been some other
Nice
ones
try.
What's that?
I tried to throw Bad Santa in there.
This is a nice try. No, Bad Santa is amazing, though. I mean, Billy Bob Thornton is so fucking rad in that movie.
Yeah, I'm kind
It's
of
one of the
pissed
best
off with this
performances.
head-to-head. It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a little fucked that he started off round 1 like that, right? You know, like
Yeah.
that could have been a final. That could have been a final
Yeah.
in this tournament.
Sometimes you got to do that though. There's a lot of heavy hitters on here when you think like a classic Christmas
of
movie.
course.
So I had to try to like seed them and stagger them so that
No,
you know,
hey, that's what happens in Sweet
Yeah.
16, bro. You know, we
Yeah.
got how many do we got? Sweet 18. We're doing
there's
Sweet
16.
18.
There's
Isn't
16.
there a
16,
Santa
we got
Bad
Sweet
Santa
16.
2? Is that any good?
There is a
I
Bad
didn't see
Santa
it.
too. I don't know if I've seen it.
I saw it, and it wasn't memorable. I'll put it that way. Like, it's not a bad movie by any stretch, but it's not like the first one. The first one is just
There's so many-
undeniable.
like,
It's
you get the
I think I
wooden pickle.
Netflixed and chilled it one time, so I saw the opening credits, but I don't know otherwise.
What was this person's name that was with you when you were Netflix and chilling? Or was it a solo?
question.
Was it a solo mission? Was
a
it
good
was it a
Ollie
Nate
Palm.
solo mission? It was a Nate solo mission for sure.
It was, yeah.
He says Netflix and chill. He just fucking goes and beats off.
Just sit on your hand till it's numb, and it's like,
It's the stranger.
Hey, this is a holiday show, guys. Let's try and keep it a little highbrow.
Oh man! All right, we
Says
got
the guy who said it.
Christmas with the
Ooh.
Cranks and the Grinch. Jim Carrey Grinch.
This one's easy for me, so let's let Nate start it off every time. Let's put
Okay.
him on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have trouble saying the Grinch. I love Jim Carrey. I know it's good, but like I grew up on that original one, so everything after that just seems like trash.
Yeah.
Not saying that the Cranks is the greatest movie ever, but I got to give it to the Cranks because I just don't like anything other than the original Grinch.
I think
That's
that's,
a
a
fair
fair
point.
assessment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a fair point because I was gonna put the original one on here, but the Jim Carrey rule, I had to.
Yeah, you had to. Yeah, you went
Yeah.
with the rule. Yeah.
Well, it also
Sam?
makes it more of a challenge there because if you had the original Grinch, I think it would be
it's a clean
unanimous.
sweep, yeah.
So this is more.
Yeah,
better.
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you would definitely go with
I'll
that.
step this one out.
Okay.
You stepped it out? Okay. I'm going to go with the Cranks as well. No,
wow.
I mean, it's tough because I do love Jim Carrey. I do love this. I do love that Grinch. I'm getting wishy-washy. I'm dancing. I don't know.
Nah, you already
Talk
said it.
myself
You,
out
you
of
went
it.
Cranks, man.
You went with your gut. That's
Yeah.
your
I
gut.
did.
Gut.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, in all fairness, I did just watch Christmas with the Cranks yesterday afternoon. It was on TV while me and the family were chilling out in the middle of the afternoon, and it's pretty fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like, it's not a bad movie by any stretch. You got Dan Aykroyd in it, Tim Allen. You know, why am I trying to blank on her name? The one that's right there in the picture. Somebody help me out.
From True Lies.
Yeah.
God, jeez.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes,
God,
Jesus
you guys are
Christ.
no help. Why are you even
Oh
here?
no, I was waiting for you to get there because my favorite Christmas movie. I don't even know if it's on this list, but she's in it.
Which one's that?
Trading Places.
It is not.
Is
on
that
the
a
list.
Christmas movie?
Yes, of course.
I think that's a
It's
debatable Christmas movie, man.
It's Christmas's Die Hard.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Die
No,
Hard
Hard's
is
way
which
more
is not.
Christmas. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Nope.
Die Hard is definitely a Christmas
Hold on.
movie.
We'll just back up for a second. So are you going Cranks or are you going Grinch?
I already said Crank, so I guess let's be fair. I was gonna wish-wash my way over to the Grinch, but I'll stick my guns to the Cranks.
Save it for the tiebreaker. I'm going Grinch here, man. But same as you, I just watched it yesterday with the kids, so it's not
And
that
it is
bad,
good.
man. It's
No,
a
it is
good
good.
movie. Yeah,
It is good.
See, this is
When you
why we
take-
have to have
when you
three, because
take
I would have
that
said Grinch
Haterade-
too.
But sometimes when you take that Haterade and you fall in love with the original so much, you're not giving it a true look. You know,
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's true.
That
Well, that's
happens
why-
in music too.
Have you seen the new Grinch, like the
The one
Illumination one?
Illumination. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the first movie in theaters that we took Frankie to see.
Oh, nice.
So I would have picked that one if it was there.
Or the
See,
new
I
horror
was-
movie, The Mean One. Have you guys seen the trailer for that horrible movie?
No.
It's a horror, like
No.
low budget horror movie, like the Winnie the Pooh one they had, where it's the Grinch
He, like,
kills everybody.
Wow.
That's
And
awesome.
then
Wow.
little Sue, whatever, she's there to kill the Grinch. Peggy Sue, who
That sounds
Cindy-
fucking
Cindy Lou
awesome.
Who.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Cindy
Horrible.
Lou.
That
It
sounds
looks horribly
fucking
good.
rad.
That looks great.
All right, so I guess we're going with Cranks on this. Cranks one.
Well, no, Sam said Grinch.
no, we're doing three though. It doesn't. That's why we're
someone's
gonna do
sit out
three.
each one.
Oh,
You say Grits. I think Cranks take it.
What would you have said?
Me?
Yeah.
I would have. My gut said Grinch, but I literally am. I don't really give a shit either way on this one. So
Tell us how
round
you
one.
really feel, Sam.
I wouldn't
Jesus.
really care to watch either one. If that makes sense.
all right. Well, you just pissed off Tim Allen. He's never watched
Neither of
it.
these were the number one
Yeah.
seed. So
Yes,
Yeah.
they're not making it. Yeah. Oh fuck.
Okay,
All
what do
right.
we got here?
We got Christmas Vacation and Jingle All the Way.
Ooh, that's a tough one for me.
I
It's
know.
not tough, but it's
It's
not
not
a shame they're
tough,
against
but
each
it
other
is.
so early.
Yeah,
it's a shame. Yeah.
it is.
But I was just watching Jingle All the Way this morning with my son.
Did he like it? I got to watch it with my kids. I haven't watched it. with
He
my
was
kids yet.
he was kind of watching. He was mostly on his iPad.
It's too
but
old,
whatever.
right? Yeah.
It's a Saturday. Yeah, it's too old. No, it's not even that. I just think you're not going to compete with iPad time on a Saturday. That's tough.
No.
Yeah. You got to step your game up some bad. You ain't winning.
So I guess we're all saying what we don't want to have to say.
Nate,
Christmas
you
Vacation.
agree?
Clark W. Yeah. Oh yeah. Clark
Yeah.
W. Griswold, baby.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
Christmas Vacation. I mean,
It's
such a classic and such an amazing movie. I mean, Chevy Chase is so fucking good, dude. Like I love.
I mean, that
Chevy Chase.
character just and Clark W. Griswold in
Such a
any
great name.
fucking movie is just the greatest, one of the greatest developed characters of all time, in my opinion. In
I think you're right. I don't think people talk about that enough. He really, and because there's so many movies of him.
Yeah.
You're right. You're totally right.
It's
Have you guys-
amazing.
Have you seen Christmas Vacation 2?
Oh, wait.
I don't-
The
I
European
think I
one?
have.
there is one.
No.
No.
No,
The
European
one's just
Vacation.
Vacation. That's
Oh,
just
the one
Vacation.
with Cousin Eddie?
Yeah.
I have not seen that one.
I don't remember. It's like Bad Santa 2. I don't really remember it. But
I don't
have
really.
seen
I,
it.
yeah,
Same.
if it's
It does
not
exist.
memorable, it's kind of like that thing. It's just like it was. I remember watching the whole thing and not being bummed, but it wasn't anything memorable about it. You know.
Yeah.
The new Vacation with Ed Helms, though, I
was
fucking
good.
Yeah.
love that
Pretty
movie.
solid.
That was a solid one.
That's a good.
It's a little weird to see a new family, but you know,
Right.
They did a good job. They did a great job with it. You know, National Lampoon. Shout out to them, man. They don't get enough credit, man. Creating
No,
Mad
they
TV,
don't.
doing everything like watching that Netflix show from like probably 6 years ago now. at
Brutal
least.
or
The Feudal, yeah, whatever. It's got that weird long title of the two creators of National Lampoons and what they did in the 60s and 70s and all the way through now, like what they created while they were just fucking complete degenerates, but really smart degenerates. It was like, it's so fucking inspiring. It's so it. It's just amazing. Shout out to National Lampoons. We got to get Will Forte on this show, by the way. Fucking love that guy.
Or Rick Glassman. He plays. He's blowing up all over the place, and he played Harold Ramis in that. So.
Oh, that's right, dude. Fuck yeah, that should have been our Christmas thing with him. Said Nasty Nate.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking, man. This is a good time. I appreciate you being here with us for this, man. This is cool.
All right, here we go.
Oh man,
that's a fun mashup there.
Yep. I had to get Gizmo back.
I know mine because me and Sam are about to probably get into it here. If you're gonna put Gremlins on here, you have to put Die Hard.
Yeah.
Gremlins, they're both in the same vein. It's happening at Christmas. It's a Christmas fucking party. If a Christmas party movie is just called Christmas Party and they're having an office party the entire time, then this is a fucking Christmas party because it's a Christmas party gone wrong. That's what fucking Die Hard 1 is.
Yeah.
You could argue the rest of them, but Die Hard 1 is 1,000% a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with that. I mean,
yeah, I'm not.
But
yeah, I'm
Gremlins
not
is more.
disagree.
Gremlins is more of a holiday movie than Die Hard.
I wouldn't say more. I'd say about the same.
Gremlins is only on this list because you guys fucking snubbed Gizmo in that bracket.
Well, he's about to get snubbed again. I'm sorry, Gizmo. I'm sorry, Gizmo.
Wait. Isn't part 2 of Gremlins New York? Isn't that also a holiday movie? Isn't that Christmas time as well? But Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie on the follow-ups. So
what does that have to do with it? We're talking about Die Hard 1.
It's a holiday. A holiday.
Yeah. We can't look at the
series.
franchise. We can't look at the franchise.
This is
not a franchise.
You're right.
Yeah.
I would never call Die Hard a Christmas franchise, but I would call Die Hard 1 a Christmas movie.
All right.
All right,
Anyways, that's what I'm going with. I'm going with John
vote?
McClane because he's going to fuck you up, all right? Like, John McClane doesn't lose, all right?
Sam, it sounds like you're pretty hard against this and you're going Gremlins.
I'm going Gremlins.
Oh,
Are votes coming together or no?
What?
Are you and I? You're not going for Gremlins, even though you threw it on here.
I'm going Gremlins. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
why.
our vote is 1. So Nate, you're the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I'm the tiebreaker. I got to decide between Die Hard and fucking Gremlins.
Yeah, buddy. You're on the hot seat. Let's go. Choose wisely, motherfucker.
Fuck.
What are you talking about, bitch?
I love them both, but if I'm gonna sit down and if I'm gonna watch one and just like dig in, and it's got to be Die Hard.
Yeah, baby. That's right.
Got to be Die
Fucking
Hard.
Die Hard.
Now I will say Die Hard's a better movie, but Christmas.
Right?
movie.
Yeah.
It is a better Christmas movie. I just explained it to you, people. It's a fucking Christmas. There's no denying the synopsis I just gave you. It's a Christmas party in an office gone wrong. That's a Christmas movie.
The line in the sand between us.
I'm gonna find a way to get Gremlins on our next bracket.
I want to know
way.
what everybody else thinks. I want to fucking take it to the polls. We need a Twitter poll on this shit. We need a Twitter poll on this. I want to take it to the
Well, I know what's
X.
gonna win, but it's because
Oh, it's X now.
People are
Sorry,
dumb.
we need an X poll, but that sounds dirty, man.
X poll.
We need an X poll out here.
Oh, dude, I'm a fan though. But let's take it to the next round. We've got. I mean, this one I think is pretty easy. Yeah. Elf.
Oh, dude, hands down. We can move on. Elf versus Polar Express. I mean, no knock on Polar Express. It's a cute movie. It was cool the way that they did the animation on it with Tom Hanks playing so many different roles, and this was before AI. I mean, now they could make it crazy if they really wanted to.
The animation on this creeps me the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie.
It's super creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy.
But it's awesome. It was innovative. It was. I mean, it's a great
Tom
movie.
Hanks every character, like he's even the kid, like his face and oh,
he's the kid, the guy who touches the kid. It's everything. Yeah,
the guy who touches the kid. Well, that's just masturbation if he's both roles, though, isn't it?
all right.
Found a loophole.
That's disgusting. You guys are fucked up. I think it's obviously Elf. It's obviously Elf.
Yeah, I mean,
Nate, how you say you agree?
He might be a big Polar Express guy. All right.
he's like
adamant.
I have to watch, Tom Hanks jerking off kid Tom Hanks in a cartoon fashion. It's just,
That's how he Netflix and chills.
That's how he got the name Nasty Nate, everybody.
Fuck, man.
It's like Inception, but just creepy Tom Hanks.
Yeah. I love that. All right, this is a sad one before me.
Yeah, this one is a sad one.
Because I love both movies so much. We got the Santa Claus and Home Alone. It's sad because Tim Allen's gonna get dropped again, man. It's so bad. And this is another fucked first rounder. Like these are both number one seeds in my heart. Like, fuck, man.
You're a big Santa. See, I never got into the Santa Claus.
Oh, I love it. I watch the stupid TV shows with my kids, and I like those. Same. I like it all.
What about you, Nate? You a Santa Claus
Man,
guy?
yeah. Those. This is a tough one. Yeah, this one's a motherfucker because I mean, Home Alone is just one of the most ultimate classics of all time. And if it not even just Christmas movie, just all time movie. You know.
Agreed.
So
the slapstick that ensues with fucking Marv and what's the other character's name? Joe Pesci. Whatever. Those two.
Yeah, that dude.
The slapstick, the slapstick physical comedy.
The Wet Bandits.
The Wet Bandits, dude. Like the slapstick physical comedy of the last
I mean, it
15
was just
to 20 minutes of that movie is just it's pure fucking gold.
You'd also watch groundbreaking at the time.
Yeah.
You know, just like a totally different style of movie. You know, when people weren't putting out bizarre Christmas movies.
No.
They were putting out, you know, things like the Santa Claus and traditional and like, haha, here's the Santa Claus. Is he real? Is he fake? I don't know. Fuck me. You know, just like that kind of stupid shit. But now like Home Alone came out and just changed the fucking game.
Yeah. Well, Santa Claus came after, and I would argue that
but he's saying
like
that style Alone, was
I know. I'm agreeing. Absolutely.
Cheesy.
No, Home Alone was the first. It was the first one with probably the success that it had at the very least. I mean, it's one of the top grossing movies of all time. Not even just Christmas. You know, like it's undeniable.
And how many 8-year-olds, when you're 8 years old, like I could fucking take out these fucking 40-year-old men, and it's like, no, you can't. In real life. You would just. Wouldn't
I mean, it was our introduction to the Culkins too, right?
Yeah. You know? Absolutely.
Where would Succession be without Home Alone?
Oh, I love Succession. Yes.
Not to mention, we do get our name, the Filthy Animals, from.
Oh, that's true.
No, that makes it unanimous. Your vote doesn't count, Nate, even if it did. But
it was Home Alone. Don't worry.
It was Home Alone. Yeah. No, but Christmas, you know, but Santa Claus, I get like it's more traditional, but it's really not. That was like a pretty non-traditional Christmas movie too. I mean, Santa fucking dies at the beginning, and then
good point.
Yeah,
touche.
There's also a new story for Santa. Like Santa's been told so many, and that's what you look for is a new version of it to retell the old story, and that was a cool new way.
All right. Well,
seeing everything that we had on this
bracket
list.
we got right now, we're gonna finish this next week. So far, everyone at home, you can see what, or you know, if you're on YouTube, you can see where we're at the brackets. For all you just listening on the way to work or whatever you're doing today, go ahead and follow us on Twitter, and we'll put this bracket up there for you guys to see where we're at and get ready for next week. But we do have that surprise I mentioned at the top of the show, and I think now is the time to surprise our good friend, our co-host with the most, producer of this show, Sam Hawkins. Happy 63rd birthday. It's been great knowing you. Now, seriously, I love you, brother. Oh, happy birthday. We did something a little bit special for you, and Brandon's going to cue that up right now.
Let's figure this out. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey, Sam. Sup? Shaggy Tudo from ICP. Same Clown Posse. That's right. Same Clown Posse. Say it again for you, fuckface. Same Clown Posse. Listen, can I bend your ear for a tick? Bend your ear for a tick. Hey, I gotta get serious with you right quick there, Sam. Getting pretty played out on your antics and your tactics. You know what I mean? Your antics and your tactics are tired. They're old, played out, fucking washed up, folded up, dried up, and dry socketed like an old crackhead's gums when his tooth falls out. You know what I mean? That's how the fuck your tactics are, man. Because I know what show you're the producer of, so you ain't gotta keep fucking telling me. You ain't gotta keep telling me, Sam. I'm pretty played out on it, you know what I'm saying? I know you produce drinks with Johnny. I ain't stupid. That's why Johnny and Brando hit me up, and they were like, Shags, could you tell Sam happy birthday? And I was like, yeah, I can tell him happy birthday. Happy birthday, Sam. But here goes the problem. Stop trying to get a fucking hold of me to be on the goddamn podcast. You understand? Because I ain't going to do it. Never will. Stop fucking around, Sam. I'm playing out on this shit. You know what I'm saying? The shit. I'm playing out on it. Whew. Now I got that out my system. I'm just going to end it like this, Sam. Happy motherfucking birthday. Clown love. Whoop, whoop. And call me. DM me so I can get on the show. I get on your fucking show.
That was awesome. Holy shit, guys. That is a great surprise, man. Shaggy was my favorite.
That was
We know, buddy. Yeah, we knew we wanted to bring it out for you on this very special birthday week for you.
Oh,
also,
you know,
happy holidays, brother. That's also your Christmas bonus, just to let you know.
That's amazing. He is coming on the show,
so
right?
Awesome, man.
That was way better.
Yeah, we're gonna schedule it on a day when you're busy. And
I love how he cuts it like a promo too. That's awesome.
it was so good. It was when Brandon and me were talking, and we were like, we got to do something fun on the show for Sam. And of course, Brandon, the brilliant mind that he is, like, I'm pretty sure Shaggy's on Cameo. I was like, yes. I was going to try to maybe get him on before, but we discussed this over the last literally 2 nights. So we got the Cameo for you.
Dude, that is a great surprise. I did not see that coming.
It's so good, dude. It's so good. He fucking killed it too.
Oh yeah,
he did. He did. Yeah, man. Happy birthday,
Thank you.
dude.
Thank you very much, guys.
Sam.
Oh.
Happy birthday. That was quite special.
Thanks, Nate. I'm glad you're here to witness this.
Glad you were here for that, Nasty Nate.
you got a
party observer. It was pretty great.
Oh, man.
Well, that was beautiful. You. Shout out to Shaggy from ICP on that, man. That was fucking
Thank
super
you, Shaggy.
Whoop
whoop.
Yeah, the Juggalo and Sam is having a Merry Christmas. That's for sure.
Dude,
he's gonna put the makeup on.
He's gonna crack open some fucking Fagos, put the makeup on. It's game over, dude. Him and his Juggalo homies are getting
the rest
it together.
Of the week. He's gonna show up like that when we go to lunch in Venice next week. We just reinvigorated the Juggalo. He's coming out, dude.
Well, thank you very much, guys. This has
You're
been
very
fun.
welcome, man. That was super fun. Hey, Nasty Nate, man, thank you so much for being here and being a part of the Deathbat Club. Honestly, such an honor having you on here, man. Honestly, your philanthropy is fucking sick, man. Your philanthropy is sick. You're a very good human being, a good dude, by all accounts of what I can see so far. But we'll find out over.
You'll get to know me.
Yeah, exactly. But everyone, if you're interested in joining the Deathbats Club, I can't tell you a better place to go than to the Discord. Even if you go for the rewards, like I was talking about, that's going to be launched pretty soon. I mean, it's all going to be tied in too. I mean, if you just go through Ticketmaster and use their rewards, it'll also show up in the not the Deathbats Club, but your rewards when we get those rolling. So that's some pretty cool shit happening there. Nate Solo's in there. You could go in there and ping Nate Solo after listening to him talk and share his really cool stories.
Till he changed it to Gringo Star, that is.
Right? Yeah,
Gringo Star. Well, not in Discord. Every other handle should be
every other handle, yeah.
But Nate Solo, really, really cool. Everyone who's listening probably from the Deathbats Club right now too. If you see Nate in there, make sure you give him a shout out and make sure you let him know about his philanthropy. Maybe there's some other members in there too that we can talk to, and maybe over the next while just start doing some charitable shit, man. I'm inspired by what you did there, man. I think there's some really cool things we can do.
Yeah,
thank you, man. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I would love to suffocate a goat on the show. I think it would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are curious about some of the shit I've done in the travels, go to my YouTube channel. I chronicle it all. I edit the videos. I produce my own YouTube show based on all of the travels. So I just released, I went to Oktoberfest, just did a whole festival presentation of different shit to do there. But it's a little different flavor. You'll see if you check it out.
Awesome. Where can we check that out?
Yeah, what's the handle?
It's youtube.com/@IamNateSolo.
Awesome.
Sick,
We'll put it
man.
in the
Well,
description
I'm
too.
Yeah.
So it's easy.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description. Everyone, comment below. Let us know what you thought of our Christmas bracket. And make sure you go check out Nate Solo's YouTube channel now that you're moving from there. Move on to there, man. Go check it out and get to know this guy a little bit more because I think he's going to be an annual guest for as long as he holds on to this token. So,
Hell yeah.
yeah, man. As I said, it was an absolute pleasure having you on. Happy birthday again to Sam. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, you filthy fucking animals. And as always, till next time, cheers.